Waiting on you, dude. You fucking.
Yeah, dude. I'm just waiting for it to tell me I'm recording.
It is. Every
Now
single
it
time
is.
you do this.
Now it is. Yeah, but you want to make sure before we do a whole show.
Every single time.
All right. Episode 12, Boston's Big Three. We are back. First time GRD's been back to back since, I don't know. When? Maybe not even week one. Maybe ever. Maybe the first time we've ever seen GRD back to back. But as always, we are sponsored by 1-100. NFL season is fully underway. Ticket prices for the NFL are absolutely crazy. That's probably why I don't go to as many NFL games, because I don't want to drop hundreds, maybe even of dollars to go to a game, sit in the nosebleeds. So we have the solution. 1-100, they've been rocking with us for a while. They are the only online raffle website giving fans and experience seekers the chance to win tickets to live sporting events, aka Patriots games, concerts, music festivals, and more. Whether it be from your desktop or mobile device, winning tickets to your favorite event has never been so easy and fun. So if you're watching this on the way home from work or something like that, like you're on the subway, you're in a car, you're in an Uber, have to throw your headphones on, you could literally stop the show, do this right now, get an online raffle ticket, and you could be going to the next Patriots home game. Who knows?
Right.
Or literally anything else that is on their website. Choose your desired event, purchase a raffle ticket into the draw, and you can be the lucky winner. Again, that is 1-100.
For the 10 listeners out there that actually watch this, the Jets game will be released on Friday afternoon. They'll have 3 standard tickets, 1 premium for the Jets game. And then on the 22nd of September, 22nd, they will be releasing all Celtics, Bruins, and Patriots games all the way through December. So they'll be redoing their website. They'll be getting it all out there. And then Ride the Wave Media better start stepping it up, because that's going to be big. Sell some tickets. Maybe we'll send you some places. So we'll see what ends up happening. But 10100.co, 10100.co. Got all the Boston sports coming out on September 22nd.
Babs, where you sending somebody? I heard recently somebody's booking a trip.
GRD, you look and sound like you're just coming from a garbage disposal. Like you're all blurry, you're talking like a robot.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
We'll have to live with it. It's the charm of the Boston's Big Three. But before we continue on with today's show, let's throw it back a little to a couple weeks ago when Babs is saying that the Raiders were going to be the AFC East, in the AFC Championship, strictly because of his argument was Antonio Brown. However, Antonio Brown is a member of the New England Patriots, a sentence that I'd never imagined saying this season at all. But hey, Bill pulls another one up his sleeve. Definitely absurd collusion going on in the background. This probably has been in talks before the draft, and now it's finally happened. Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman, Demaryius Thomas left. Still got Sony Michel, James White, and Tom Brady are on the exact same side of the field every single Sunday. Absurd.
First of all, the Oakland Raiders won their game the other night. They're 1-0. They're one step closer to making the playoff berth.
Anybody could have guessed they were going to win that game.
And you know what? No, not Vegas. They weren't even favored in that game.
All right, the Broncos stink out loud, and then the Raiders
Denver was favored.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
the Vegas doesn't include like the emotions and stuff and all the outside noise going around with all the like every game.
I said Oakland Raiders, and it was heavily because of Antonio Brown, and I have to stick with them. So it's something I got to live with no matter what, and I'm going to ride the wave with the Raiders this year. I still think that they're a good team, but that's beside the point. Antonio Brown to New England Patriots, cannot believe that.
The who?
The New England Patriots, can't, as GRD would say. I can't believe it, and obviously it's literally been one hell of a life for Antonio Brown to get himself off the Steelers, get somewhat traded to the Bills, and say no, I don't want to go there. Get traded to the Raiders. Gets traded to the Raiders, sees that Carr stinks, says I want off this team. Then gets his way to the Patriots, and all of a sudden gets accused for rape, which is going to be thrown out anyways because everyone knows that was just for extortion.
He just happened to conveniently getting married. Like I'll say this: Ride the Wave Media, not pro sexual harassment at all. Let's just lead off with this. However, we along with I think unanimously around the league can see this is someone just trying to get like money because why she can't do anything this weekend because she's at her wedding, dude. And then there's so many different videos surfacing up of them like in bed, like chilling with each other. I'm like, okay, so maybe say something did happen. All signs are pointing no. He's going to the Pats. He's getting paid.
Everyone everybody hates Antonio Brown going to the Patriots, right? All the Raiders fans, the Steelers fans, the entire NFL. But it's funny that at the same time, they're all agreeing like this. After everything's starting to come out, they're all agreeing like this is just extortion. We're on Antonio Brown's side. Come on, this is ridiculous. I cannot wait to see Antonio Brown on the field. Cannot wait to see what he does. I'm not saying that he's going to get 25 touchdowns this season or anything, but again, you just named off all the receivers that they have. That offense is so fully loaded.
He threw to 7 receivers on Sunday.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's unreal.
And screw the people that says Brady doesn't have that deep ball anymore because he gave a couple deep balls to Philip Dorsett and Josh Gordon. Because Tom Brady has never had a guy like Antonio Brown or a player that he knows that he could just chuck it up there and trust that player to go get it. Yeah, and they go and fight it down. But
Moss is like the only guy, but they have such different builds too. Like there's been nobody like Antonio Brown to ever wear a Patriots uniform.
And just another take really quick before we go over to GRD and his thoughts. They didn't have Antonio Brown and they didn't have Kyle Van Noy on defense, and they whooped the Steelers 33-3. And now you're adding both those players on the team. And they're playing against the Dolphins, which are their favorite 19 points right now. It just shows that this team, and we talked about what's their record going to be, where they're going to lose, and we'll get into the Cleveland Browns. We were talking about them. This team is now in my head. They go from 12-4 to 14-2 automatically. There's going to be 2 losses, an early loss somewhere, and then the last game of the season. But they go 14-2.
I am all in on the 19-0 train. How about you, GRD?
He was friends with Big Ben, and he's a rapist just like Big Ben.
Connecting some dots.
That's it.
I was gonna say I was gonna let you go off, but
what do you mean? That's it.
So
they're both rapists.
All I
mean, one. Look.
All I know is this: New England is booming. New England is booming right now. What I love about Antonio Brown is his saying, "Business is booming," and New England fans get to use it this year. Business is booming in New England. Boston is booming. GRD is booming.
GRD does not look booming. So wait, are you not a fan of the Antonio Brown signing simply because of the allegations that came up directly after he signed?
Like, if you look at the guy, he looks like a rapist, dude. I think he's guilty.
I mean, the blonde mustache was kind of a giveaway, but he got rid of that.
Nah, he's a weird guy too.
Yeah, and he's good at football. Who else is a weird guy? Tom Brady. Unreal.
He was being very derogatory about the woman that he's accused of raping too. Calling her a lot of bad words, everything. If he was innocent, why would he be calling her all those names?
I mean, we just said he's crazy. If you're innocent, got accused of something that wild, as soon as I guess your quote unquote life turns around. I mean, he's still a multi-million-dollar person. But
yo, what do crazy people do these days? Shoot up schools, rape bitches. Yeah, they do. He's fucking crazy.
Are those the only 2 options? How about being unbelievable at football? I'm not gonna die on this hill saying Antonio Brown didn't do it. But if he did it, like the Pats should cut him.
Hernandez is good at football too. Same situation.
Can we just say this? That pending civil lawsuit came in like his first day in here, and it is what it is. I'll say that doesn't really count though, because that was something lingering and they were just waiting for the right time to do that. But since he's come on the team and the 48 hours he's been here, no arguments about his number 84 because he's not going to be able to wear it this year. He was rocking number 17 today at practice. The day before he was wearing number 1. Yeah, but shout out to his father. Good shout out there by Adam Pasquale. I saw that in the article that he wrote for Ride the Wave Media, saying that his father wore number 17 for Albany Firebirds. And what's great is that I haven't seen that by anybody else. So Adam Pasquale, that's a gold star for you, a little gold sticker. Put that on your refrigerator. But not only that, AB has been completely silent on social media. The guy that's been absolutely crazy on social media has been silent. Similar to like what Josh Gordon did last year when he came in, he was silent for a couple weeks. I think AB, they're telling him, you put that phone away, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing. You stay silent. You get in our system. You get caught up to speed. And that's what I like. I think that slowly Antonio Brown's buying in to that whole Patriot way. He's buying into it. So I really hope he plays in Miami this weekend. I say no. I say he's inactive this weekend. I say he travels down with the team.
I think he plays, dude, because he's not gonna play week 17 most likely, and his whole contract is incentive based. He has to put up the exact same numbers in a shorter amount of time to get like a lot of more million dollars.
Which is why Bill Belichick could be like, "Hey, you're inactive this week. Sorry." It's just like Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, he had to play at least 10 games in order for the Patriots. If they didn't play 10 games, they would get like a 5th round pick back. And he was a healthy scratch the first game. Then he was a scratch again later in the season. And all of a sudden, boom, he's not playing the rest of the season. I just say Antonio Brown doesn't play because, A, you don't need him against the Miami Dolphins. Save the game, Phil, for the New York Jets. Save that time. And 2, he has another playbook.
We just got breaking news. Roger Goodell has placed Antonio Brown on the commissioner's exempt list.
This just didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
All right, can we move on to the next topic? Because you guys ran.
I do want to say.
Shit!
What?
You ramble a lot, man.
Come on, you've been best friends with Babs your whole life, and you say I ramble.
His nickname is Blabs for a reason. He's a fucking Blabs.
Sticking with the Pats. People are kind of shocked that Dorsett played so well. You don't make the Pats roster as a wide receiver for multiple years if you were not a good wide receiver. You see, we take people off the street and they come and like go make impacts right away. Dorsett's been here for a while, and it showed because he knows the playbook. Brady clearly trusts him now. If he throws 2 deep balls, basically just like a eyes closed, he's out open down there somewhere.
He's a first round pick, which he shouldn't have been, but he's a first round pick, and he's on a contract year. He's getting like $2 million for 1 year. This guy's gonna ball out this year, and then fans are gonna fall in love with him, and then he's gonna get shipped away to the Miami Dolphins and make his money, and then everyone's gonna cry about it next year. You're gonna see that. And he's gonna become a fan favorite this year. No one's going to – you have Antonio Brown out there. You have Edelman. They're getting double, triple covered, whatever. And then Dorsett's just going to be wide open every single time.
Did you see the stats? It was like all the receivers' salary combines up to like OBJ or Sammy Watkins. They have like the same salary.
So you're predicting that he's going to be fantasy relevant this year?
Philip Dorsett, I don't get into the fantasy aspect of it because you can't trust Patriot players. But, hey, I think Dorsett could end up having like 7 or 8 touchdowns this year. He's already got 2. And that's the first game. I'd say he gets another 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns sprinkled in this year, which is great.
The way he's going to score, dude, is when they have 2 people on Brown, 2 people on Gordon, a guy all over Edelman, and nobody touches Dorsett because he's not going to touch the ball.
Dorsett's trusted. Like, look at last year. He had a great playoff run. Like quietly. Like, he's just the quiet guy that no one's going to notice anything. He's going to have a great, solid production this year. No one's going to talk about it. And then he's going to have a big catch in like the Super Bowl.
The thing with the Pats, dude, is that they pay all their guys basically minimum wage, but like they know as soon as their Patriots contract is done, they're going to get paid somewhere else. It's like, hey, come win here, come show exactly how good you are. Like, we'll give you some money, obviously, like several millions of dollars, but you're not going to get these big OBJ contracts.
Trey Flowers.
You send them up, they get paid a lot of money, and they stink out loud.
Danny Amendola, the
list goes on and on. I don't know, but overall, good week. Solid opener from the Pats. Banner raising ceremony or dropping ceremony. I don't know. I know that you guys were there for the tailgate 2,000 or 200, whatever zeros are in that. How was that?
It was good. I mean, we had the hookup with the sausage guy. A little trouble on the grill. A couple sausages were undercooked, according to GRD. Doesn't like that. We gotta fix that problem. It was a good time. I mean, on game days it's tough for me because I'm all over the place. We got screwed by the parking lot attendant. We had to park like a mile down the street. Had to carry everything down there. But the tailgate of 2000 is a fun time. I had to leave early. I had to go get the tickets to the game. So I was walking all around the parking lot. You know what was great? The Spike King last year, game 1. Everyone wanted Spike King's head. I didn't even go to the home opener last year. I was sick. But everyone wanted my head. Everyone wanted my head because of the tattoo. Everyone was like, screw this kid. This year, everyone was like, oh, my God, it's the Spike King. Oh, my God, I got to see him. Oh, my God, I got to take a picture with him. So tides have truly changed around Gillette Stadium for the Spike King. This guy's gone through hell. He's gone through the tattoo where everyone says you're a curse. This guy goes through Ticketgate. Everyone forgot about Ticketgate. No one mentioned about Ticketgate anymore. So, everything is
I heard your $25,000 giveaways gonna be a scam though. People are talking.
People have been talking, but it's not gonna be a scam. The 25,000 giveaway. No, that's gonna be a lot of ats in the hats for Killer Kev to write out, but it's something that's good. Someone's gonna win that. So
how many entries so far? Did you check the comments?
Close to 1,300.
Oh shit! 1,300 comments already.
Yeah,
and
Killer Kev's already
24 hours, right?
Kev's already written down 800 of them, so he's been keeping up with it. I've been seeing.
Oh, jeez.
Like,
He's still right.
You're gonna need a bigger hat, dude.
I know it's gonna be overfilled. It's
gonna be like at in the pickup truck.
But yeah, the tailgate was good. It was good vibes all around. Long day. I was up since 5 p.m. the day before, so I was up for a nice solid 36 hours. But that's what we do. A great game. 33-3. They absolutely whooped the Steelers. Look like they didn't even want to play. And Big Ben stinks. He stinks. It's it. It's Tomlin. When we talk about this is it for Tomlin. Really quick. I was waiting to get into the tailgate, and I saw two Pittsburgh Steelers fans. They just happened to be in the area, older couple. We started talking, and they said this year the Steelers won't make the playoffs. Like they said the same thing, and they said that they hope that this is the year they don't make the playoffs because they want the Rooneys to move on from Mike Tomlin. They both agree that Mike Tomlin's not a good coach either, and the only reason why they keep him around because he's brought them to the playoffs a couple times, and they've won Super Bowls and whatnot.
Hey,
but
exactly what we said before last week's game. Mike Tomlin, the worst coach in the NFL. The Steelers need to get rid of him and get rid of freaking Big Ben. How do you come into the first game of the year and score 0 touchdowns?
Yeah.
They kicked the field goal at the end just so they wouldn't.
And shout out to the Patriots because I was rewatching the game because I had too many Bud Lattes, so I didn't remember anything. There was like a 1st and goal, and the Patriots completely stuffed them down there to the point where they can only get a field goal. So again, a shout out to the Pats defense there. But again, how can you have that talented team and not be able to go to the Super Bowl multiple times or be in the AFC title game almost every single year? Tomlin's a good coach. I just think that he needs to go somewhere else and see what he has over there.
In terms of the rest of the league, there were some surprising starts. We'll just briefly go game by game, and then we'll talk about the ones that we want to talk about. Packers-Bears. Bears kind of blew it. They came in, all this hype around them, Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers beat them 10-3 in the least exciting opening game I've ever seen.
Don't bet against Aaron Rodgers. Don't bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Chiefs did their thing against the Jaguars, but Foles gone. What's up?
Didn't Press Chicago was going to win that one too?
Yeah,
paid all his picks. Chiefs coming to Jacksonville. Nick Foles out for maybe season. Is he out for a year?
No, he's gonna come back in like week 10.
But Jaguars season's done. They stink anyways.
Oh no. Minshew, like that backup, a lot of hype around him, and guess what? They put up some decent numbers against the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't have a good defense, dude. They end up letting up like 20-something points. Yeah, so, I mean, they scored 40, but guess what? The Chiefs don't have Tyreek Hill for the next, 6 weeks? And Mahomes had a high ankle sprain that game, so.
You think Watkins will be something this year?
No, I think boomer bust.
Yeah, but this is the first year ever he's been on the same exact team back-to-back years, not rehabbing an injury, anything. I think he, like this whole offseason, dude, he could focus strictly on football, not where am I going to play, not what injury should I rehab. And he balled out. He had, 3 touchdowns, couple hundred yards, 100 and some change.
Hot take, he's not going to have a touchdown in the next 3 games, all right? He'll have another 3-touchdown game like game 5
but with Tyreek Hill's gone.
Hot take, you're going to look stupid next week.
Do I look stupid when I picked the Packers last week? I said they're going to do that. Didn't look stupid.
Vikings, Falcons. Falcons are just a bad football team. They lose 28-12. Matt Ryan didn't do anything. They scored all their points in garbage time. This game,
as someone said,
basically.
Yo, I didn't know this was a recap podcast. I thought we were gonna predict the future.
Yeah, man. We're talking about the NFL. We talked about this.
So the Falcons are like the most frustrating team out there. You think that they have it. You think they can win. You think they're another team that's a good, solid core team, and they stink. Like they just never can win.
Titans go to Cleveland and beat the brakes off of Baker Mayfield, OBJ, and the Browns, 43-13. Baker Mayfield said it was a good loss at the end of the game is their best case scenario, which is just a moronic thing to say, but he said it.
really quick on that game, Cleveland had the ball first, drove right down the field, got penalized, had to go back 15 yards, scored. They scored 6 points on their first drive, and they missed the extra point. That's the Cleveland Browns for you right there. And then Baker Mayfield took a big hit, got concussed, and in the second half, they got destroyed. Hey, a lot of hype, but hey, the Jets this upcoming week, Sam Darnold's out with mono, so the Browns better take care of business. If they go 0-2, bro, that's it for their season.
Bills Jets in what was the worst football game of all time. Jets get 4 turnovers, still lose. C.J. Mosley was an absolute beast. Lev Bell balled out. And then the Jets continued to be the Jets. And maybe one of the most surprising games, Ravens absolutely killed the Dolphins. The Dolphins are bad, but we never knew the Ravens, like in Lamar Jackson per se, was that good. Maybe it's just a terrible defense. Maybe this is just Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, go do what you got to do. Go win MVP this year. But what are you going to do in a playoff game when it matters? You freaking choked last year, and I still don't trust him.
Played half a year, though. He played half a year, and then the Ravens, when Flacco was out, they were talking about getting rid of Harbaugh.
Had a home game against a West Coast team, and he laid an egg. So I just say, Lamar Jackson, ball out and win MVP this year. Go do your thing. You got everyone supporting you. But when it's the first game in the playoffs and you poop your pants again, that's it.
Damn.
He's going to be like Peyton Manning.
Send that one to your mother. Send that one to Miss Jackson.
I will. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am so real.
Let's get it.
I'm meant to make your son cry.
All right, let's cut that. Eagles, they go down 17-0 to start off the game, come back and win 32-27. Eagles, I think, are just going to be a legit football team. Redskins kind of stink. Not much else to say about that. Speaking of other teams that stink, Panthers, they lose to the Rams by 30-27. Cam Newton, I had him on my fantasy team. Nobody cares about your fantasy team, but if you are a Cam Newton owner and you had him, he had 5 points. Wasn't great. That's the only thing I really took away from that game.
Start him tonight.
Are they playing tonight?
Yeah, they play against the Bucs tonight. Would you start him tonight?
I have no other choices, either him or Matt Stafford.
If the Panthers lose tonight to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, holy smokes, that team's up in flames. You cannot. Jameis Winston is terrible. He is a terrible quarterback, and if you lose to Jameis Winston in the Buccaneers, that team's got problems.
Ever since he said he was hungry for that W, his career has just been punted. Chargers, Colts, game went to overtime. Vinatieri missed a field goal, and Chargers win by 6. Melvin Gordon's not going to get paid by the Chargers because of Austin Eckler. And then even Marlon Mack on the other side. 2 guys came late round draft picks. Nobody really heard of them, and they produce way more than Melvin Gordon. What's up?
If you're Melvin Gordon right now, what are you doing? Get to your fucking team, you moron.
I have him in a couple leagues.
0.000 leverage.
I have him in a couple of leagues. You just have to hold on to him. You can't get him. You can't get rid of him yet, and it sucks. You're stuck with him. It's the risk you take. So.
I'm talking about what if you're Melvin Gordon though?
You just sit out for the year then, because it's kind of pointless. Like you have no leverage. No one's gonna pick you up. But you never know. Like there could be a team
get cut and go to a different team. Austin Eckler is gonna ball out that whole year.
There could be a team out there that's gonna be a playoff team, and they might offer a trade for Melvin Gordon for the last couple games of the season. You never know what ends up happening.
Seahawks just squeaked by the Bengals, by 1, 21-20. I know nothing about that game. I didn't really bother paying attention.
I thought the Bengals were going to be the worst team in the league, and they actually put up a fight against the Seahawks. And the Bengals are favored this week against San Fran by, I think, 2.5. I would take San Fran.
They must be home.
They are home. Yeah, I'd still take San Fran in that game.
Dak and the Cowboys killed the Giants 35-17. I feel terrible for Saquon Barkley. I will always be the number one Saquon Barkley fan of all time. So when he gets put on a terrible team like the Giants, it just hurts me.
GRD, you said that the Cowboys are the most complete team right now. Do you think that they are Super Bowl favorites?
I wouldn't say Super Bowl favorites. I would say
he even said that the Cowboys weren't winning the division.
I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I'm talking about after week 1, we talked and you said they look like the most complete team out there. What do you think after week 1?
I didn't say that. I said the offense looks good after week 1.
Too many lattes.
All right.
49ers beat the Bucks 31-17 in a game that nobody cares about. Cardinals-Lions tie. They go down. Kyler Murray brings it back, and then the worst thing in football, they tie.
Glad that happened because it was a push, and I got my money back.
There we go. We already talked about Pat Steelers, 32-3.
How about your record? How about your record this week?
For betting?
Babs week.
2-2. 2-2. Because I lost the Jets -3. Well, no, 2-1-1 because the Cards push. That's a tie.
1-1, moron.
How?
You
I
won
put money.
one, you lost.
No, I put money on the Pat Steelers.
The Jets was a loss. The Cardinals and the other one was a push, and the Pats was a win. That's
How
1-1.
about the Packers? How about the Packers?
You didn't say the Packers. It was 3 It was on Sunday. I'm talking about. You're 0-3.
No, if we're looking at
1-1-1.
1-1-1.
I'm talking about life though. You're 0-3 though.
I'm 0-28, dude. If you're talking about life.
I'll cheers to that one.
Then on Monday Night Football to kick off Monday Night Football for throughout the year, Saints game-winning field goal against the Texans. This is just two good teams, dude. I was watching most of this game. Texans, like, say what you want about them, they're a good football team. Like, they're probably not a Super Bowl contender. They're just going to be just a pain to deal with the first round of playoffs.
Good football team doesn't equate to playoff wins.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're a pain. And then Saints, I think we all expected the Saints to do well. Didn't expect them to hit a game-winning field goal. But I like before the games, they were dressed up as refs and stuff, still giving them a hard time. I'd say get over it, but that was such an egregious call that I'd still be mad. And then the Raiders, they beat the Broncos by 8, 24-16. John Gruden chilling with the fans in the black hole after. I think everyone wanted to see him jump in, but that didn't happen.
Big game for them coming up this week. Big game for them. If they win this game against Kansas City, the Raiders are going to prove themselves to the entire league that they are somebody that you got to watch out for.
All right, so we're going to do quick predictions, kind of rapid fire. If you want to bet these, I guess, do strictly money line. I don't know the spread. I mean, hey, if you want to go to the spread and we're just talking, do spread. But these are basically our money line picks. Tonight we got Panthers-Bucks. Panthers.
Jameis Winston.
Stinks. Cardinals-Ravens. I'm going Ravens on this. They played way too well to play this terribly the next week. And they're against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I got to take Baltimore in this one.
Speaking of that, Hollywood Brown. What's his name? Marquise Brown or something?
Yeah, and hey, Mark Ingram had a good game too. Don't sleep on him. That was one of my picks last week that I said that watch out for him this year.
Chargers-Lions.
Don't even get the pick from GRD. That's fine.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Cardinals. Kyler Murray.
So he just fades ours.
He has to because he picked them to win the division.
Chargers-Lions.
They will win the division.
Take the Chargers in that one.
I will take Bolt God.
I'm taking
Bolt
the Lions.
God. Rooting for Bolt God.
Going Lions, dude. You can't take a loss right after you just blew a game and got it tied. Titans, Colts. I'm going Titans. I think the Titans are pretty good.
You know what? I'm going to go Titans in this one too. I think that the Colts are going to go 0-2 to start the season. And like we were saying, like the Colts looked good last week.
But,
yeah.
They're going one. They're not losing this week, you moron.
I think the Titans win this game.
49ers.
What do you want on that one? What do you want to put on that one? Because that one is a close spread, so I want to put a little bet on that one. Next week on the podcast,
let's do 100. Let's do 100.
I don't want to do money. I want to do something embarrassing, you pussy.
Okay. Well, we'll think about it later.
49ers Bengals game nobody cares about. I think they'll have 3 people watching. That might be family and friends.
I'll be watching.
Screw it. I'm just going to go 49ers.
I'm going 49ers as well, too. 2-0 to start the season for Jimmy G.
Oh, how did he play? I forgot he was back. I couldn't care less about that 49ers game last week, so I didn't check it at all.
Let me pull it up really quick because I'm also interested in Jimmy G. Right here. They played against the Buccaneers last week, and they won 31-17. So, I mean, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. But Jimmy G went 18 for 27, so.
Jags, Texans. What? Oh, Jags, Texans. Texans, I'm not going to what's his name? Gardner Minshew? If I don't even know his name because it's this confusing, there's no way he can win an NFL game.
I am going with the Jaguars in this game. I am picking Minshew. I am saying that there's a lot of hype around him in the football world that people want to see him succeed, and this is going to be the game that like, wow, he beat the Texans. holy smokes, they're gonna hop on the hype train with him. I'm picking the Jaguars in this game.
Dude, there's no way in hell that Watson is going 0-2, so I'll get the Texans.
What else we got? We got Vikings, Packers. Vikings, I think, take this one in a close one. I think it's going to be a pretty slept-on game, to be honest.
Again, Kirk Cousins doesn't do well against teams that are over 500. Last week doesn't count because teams were at 500. They were 0-0. Taking the Packers in this one, starting the season 2-0 as well.
Go Pack, go Cheesehead City.
Cowboys, Redskins. Cowboys, I got.
Cowboys.
I'll take the Cowboys, easy one.
First unanimous one we got. Steelers, Seahawks. This could go either way. Is the Steelers bad, or did they just play the Patriots? Seahawks, they didn't come off a good win against Bengals. I'm going Seahawks.
This is going to be another game, too, that I looked at the spread, and the Steelers are favored because they're at home. I'm taking the Seahawks coming over the East Coast and beating them.
I'll take Pittsburgh to redeem themselves. Another team that I'll be shocked that goes 0-2. So
Steelers,
I'll take them.
Steelers are -4 in this game. Just saying. I think you might want to throw some money on, because it could be a close game. Throw some money over there on the Seahawks.
It's because Big Ben is at home, and that's when he usually does well, you know?
He'll throw 6 touchdowns or something like that.
Still lose.
Exactly.
Bills, Giants.
Dude, who cares? Waste of my time.
That's just a
Who gives
throw-up
shit
game.
about that game?
Saquon Barkley runs for 1,000 yards and 18 touchdowns.
Eli Manning gets hurt in this game. Daniel Jones comes in and they win the game. Daniel Jones becomes a starter from week 2 on.
Pats, Dolphins at Miami. We always say that it's tough to play in Miami, but this Dolphins team is a JV high school team at best. I wouldn't touch this game betting. Wouldn't even think about it. But
you take the Dolphins.
Yeah, if you bet it, bet the Dolphins. It's a 19.5 point spread. That's 3 touchdowns in the NFL.
Hey, tell me what's gonna happen in this game.
So really quick, the Patriots are favored 19.5 points. The Patriots, after a certain, I think it's after over 17 points or whatever, favored or whatever it is, they have played 4 games, and guess what their record is against the spread? 0-4. So take the Dolphins plus 19.5. But in this game, it's going to be rainy. Could be a sloppy game out there. It's going to be the Patriots all the way. The Patriots might go in there and run up the score to show, hey, we can win in Miami. The Patriots going to go down there, and let's see if Antonio Brown's going to play or not. Is he going to be inactive? He's going to be active. I say the Patriots win this game 75-10. They are going to run up the score 75-10.
I think it's going to be like 24-10. I think they're going to only get 24, dude. It's tough playing in Miami. Even when you basically play in a scrimmage, I still think this is going to find a way to just make it stressful.
2 defensive touchdowns in this game.
By who? By who?
By the Patriots.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyone you want to call out? Stephon Gilmore pick 6?
Stephon Gilmore. No.
Nah, he just gets picked.
McCourty, one of the McCourtys for a pick 6.
So and, that was the easiest bet you ever made. You have one of the
Kyle Van Noy, strip sack fumble, returns it to the house. Shout out to his baby.
Chiefs. He's going to play this week, right?
Yeah.
If his son, or was it a son or a daughter?
He has a child.
All right, so if his child suited up and played for the Pats, he'd still, or she would still beat the Dolphins. Chiefs, Raiders.
I like what you guys did there.
I have Chiefs smoking the Raiders.
Raiders, Oakland. This is the game if they prove it. This is the game that shows it. They're gonna go to the AFC title game. They're gonna take this game right here. They're in the black hole. I believe they're in Oakland.
Mahomes, baby. Money on Mahomes.
Bad and curse Mahomes. He gets hurt this game.
Then at 4:30, arguably the game of the week, a rematch of the NFC Championship. Saints versus Rams at LA. I think the Saints come and just blow the doors off them.
Yeah,
I think the Saints fucking own their ass.
Imagine if there's a pass interference. First pass interference call. The place is... no, they're at LA. Just imagine if that was
They have fake fans anyways. All those real fans from New Orleans are going to travel over to LA.
Yeah,
we know that.
They had this flight hotel itinerary scheduled ever since the whistle didn't blow.
Sean Payton's throwing the entire game plan out there, and everything's going to be out there. Saints blow them out.
Bears, Broncos. Bears hop back on the wagon. I think they beat the Broncos. They're at Denver. That's the only thing. The Broncos are bad, dude. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that the Broncos.
I don't like Trubisky, dude. I just don't like him. I say the Broncos win like 6-3. It just shows that the Bears have zero.
Nobody can score touchdowns. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco is terrible. Joe Flacco's
got an arm, dude, and they're mile high, dude. That ball's gonna be soaring.
Yeah, and do you know why he gets yards? Because he chucks it up and he gets a pass interference and they move all the way down. Joe Flacco is not a good quarterback, and the Broncos willingly gave him money. Battle of the Birds. We got Falcons, Eagles at Atlanta. I'm going Eagles Sunday Night Football.
Eagles.
And then Monday Night Football to wrap the football talk up. Browns versus Jet at MetLife. Going Browns. Jets stink.
Very interesting game.
I would take Trevor Siemian.
Is he the backup to Darnold?
Yes.
So you're picking Jets. I say that the Jets also win this game just because the Browns start 0-2 and the paper champions. Hey, Spike King went out there and said they were paper champions. Remember that? The Spike King curse. The Spike King put a curse on them when they were out there in Cleveland. Just saying. 0-2 to start the season. The Babs parlay of the week right here. $60 to win $3,500. You take the Packers -3. You take the Seahawks +4. You take the Cowboys -5.5. You take the Niners +2. You take the Chargers -3, and you take the Saints +2.5. That's gonna
parlay wrong, dude. You
parlay right there. Parlay of the
like
century.
An absolute moron.
Parlay of the century.
How you throw $60 on and light it on fire.
You take
at least straight bet some of those. I'm fine with the straight bet, but if you parlay every single one of those games, dude, you would
NFL 100, NFL 100, and it's the parlay of the century. That's what I'm telling you.
If you win this, dude, I will never question you again. But that's the dumbest parlay I've ever heard.
Tyler, tell this guy to tell you what he did 2 years ago on a betting website. How quick this guy went up.
Spiky, I'm sure you got the message.
Oh, I took a $25 bet. $25, and I bet it on a game. Then I kept doubling it and doubling it and doubling it, all the way up to $4,000. I was betting $1,000 games on like the Bruins, on the Vegas Golden Knights. I lost all $4,000 in one day.
Because you're an idiot, dude.
I put it all on fucking LeBron James, dude, coming off the All-Star game. I was like, dude, they're playing against a shitty-ass team against the All-Star game. After the All-Star game, I put nearly $2,500 to
you didn't factor in that the entire team that has all the All-Stars is unbelievably hungover, and the bad team that didn't have any All-Stars practicing.
That's what happened. I got played myself.
This guy was betting $1,000 on the Florida Panthers freaking over-unders and shit.
I was.
And he was betting. No, you were betting reckless, bro. You were betting on freaking spring training baseball.
Can I tell you guys something?
Get in the Little League World Series before
Can I tell you guys something about that? Guess what? Those betting and doing that and the whole $1,000 bets, that's where the term ride the wave came from, by the way. So in this term, in this parlay right here, ride the wave, baby. Because that's where it came from. That's where it came from. So you guys want to shit on me about this? Oh, parlay, you're an idiot throwing money away. Ride the fucking wave.
I like the picks. I never once said you had bad picks. You parlayed 6 teams.
Yeah, that's how you make.
That's like walking in. That's like being blind, dude. You just walk in, you can't see anything. Like
if you look at the games, I just told you, like the games are awesome.
Dude,
the Seahawks
Babs,
+4.
Babs. Hey,
can't wait till
I don't
first
think Tyler's
one.
aware that you watched every freaking game last week. Didn't you watch every game over again?
I did.
You watched the YouTube clips, I bet.
No, I watched NFL Game Pass.
All right.
This
I
guy
will
has
bet
no
you. I will
life,
bet
bro.
you your whole parlay. So I'll bet you $60 that your parlay doesn't hit with 2-1 odds.
Okay. If
no.
we do, then you have to go swimming across the Charles River this winter.
All right, dude. I already did. I'll boogie board it.
No, you have to swim across it after you go out drinking with us.
All I know is when I'm up 3,500 and then I take GRD out to a nice expensive dinner and we celebrate together because he rides the wave, and maybe we'll take a little side trip with him. Maybe that pays our money to go somewhere unique this year. You know,
Penn State.
Like Penn State, we'll come
We'll
out.
go to Jupiter, Florida.
You go to
with
Penn
crap.
State. If you do go to Penn State, October 19th, it's a whiteout game against Michigan, and like we have like legit like Barstool guys. Like, so if you want to crack into Portnoy's brain, he will be right there.
October 19th.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
I think. Oh yeah, the Pats play at the Jets Monday Night Football. that week. Maybe we could make a little trip out there.
I will
No
say,
balls. You won't burn.
I'm not
you
gonna
won't
be.
burn a
I
Michigan
won't be
jersey
21
over
then
there,
yet.
Bab.
So.
Okay, Tyler, can you get us like media passes? Can you give us some sort of exclusive behind the scenes that we can like not be in the crowd?
They don't plan anything until the week before, so I'm not gonna know anything until the week before.
Yeah, but if we show up and it's me and GRD, you're gonna be able to get us like we're by your side.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be there.
I'm not gonna be 21 yet. I'll be less than a month away. But
okay, well, who cares about that? I'm just saying, like, we'll be out there, but we better be by your side. We better get the background.
I got you. All right. Dave Dombrowski got tossed to the side. What?
2 fat fucks going back to college. We out here.
That'll be something. Anyways, Dave Dombrowski, he might as well start looking where else he needs to be going because he is no longer calling Boston his home. Gets tossed to the side. Red Sox season basically done. Kind of a disappointing year. You expect them to at least contend for their back-to-back, and nothing but disappointment. They're pitching. The GM, I guess you can blame him, but I don't know, dude. Like, they just didn't play this year, and Dombrowski got fired because of it. Which is what Cora and the players said in the press conferences. Like, hey, it's not his fault. We just did terrible this year.
I mean, something about that guy, he rubbed me the wrong way anyways. Just the look at him kind of creeped me out. He looked like he, like, touched little kids.
It looked like he'd have, like, a goatee and sunglasses or something. Like,
bro, this is the new look, man.
I rock with it. I'm just kidding.
Dig it, man. That's it.
And then Pink Hat Babs, any thoughts on this?
Pink Hat Babs, you know, if the Red Sox have another bad season next year, does Cora get fired? Because that seems how it really goes in the trend in the Red Sox the last couple of years. The manager does bad 2 years in a row, they get rid of him. I mean, just it is what it is. It's, you know, again, being a Pink Hat, who cares? It's like, hey, the Red Sox.
Season, who cares?
Who cares? The Red Sox won the World Series last year, and everything went right last year, so everything has to go wrong this year. I would just wish they put up more of a fight. Like, this is the time of the year that you have the Pats going on, the Celtics and the Bruins are about to start next month, and you just want the Red Sox to kind of just have that extra sports that you get to talk about. No one really cares about them. Yeah. $10 to get into the game against the Yankees the other night.
I will say it was so clutch last year during the playoffs and World Series. They would have like back-to-back games, so I always had like something to do that night.
I have these tickets and I didn't even use them. I didn't even want to go to the game. I bought 3 games this year on StubHub before the season started. Didn't even go to one single game. I just gave them away. Didn't even want to go. Didn't want to waste my time.
Speaking of wasting time, USA should never go to Australia ever again because Team USA stunk in the FIBA tournament. And mostly Celtics players. I mean, did Tatum play against France and Serbia? Because they just dropped back-to-back games for maybe the first time ever. I'm not sure when the last time they even lost was in FIBA, at least not the Olympics.
You're the guy that does the topic, so you should have already been prepared with this. But they lost yesterday. They lost today. Those motherfuckers suck.
I mean, yeah, that's what I just said. They lost to Frank Ntilikina, who had 0.0 rebounds, 0 shots, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, steals, blocks, anything. For 42 minutes one game. He just was out there running back and forth. And he was the guy who carried France to beat USA. And then we lose to Serbia, who I had no idea even knew what a basketball was.
Just a bad time for America, you know? Again, who cares about FIBA? Who cares about this? These guys shouldn't even be playing in there. Focus on the upcoming season. Don't be wasting your time going overseas.
The world, dude. I don't know. It's always really USA and world. The world is good. I mean, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, the Coach of the Year, the NBA Champions, the Most Improved Player, and the Rookie of the Year. All foreign players. This could be a move to say, hey, maybe USA is slipping.
Wow.
Move on.
USA.
I think
do you guys have any DMs or anything?
I have one more topic that we didn't actually throw down that it just hit in my mind right now. I don't know if you guys saw that the NCAA, the situation with the college players getting paid, the state of California said that they passed a bill that's saying that the players can start making money off their likeness. And
UCLA basketball is coming back now.
So from what I read last night into it, the NCAA, this could be a conspiracy theory Wednesday with Babs, but I'm not going to get into it. My head's not into it. I don't even know where it is. I'm a mess right now.
Wrapping up his leftovers.
Yeah, I did actually.
It's info, so just threw it in there.
So pretty much, the state of California is going to the NCAA and saying, hey, we're allowing this to happen in California. You guys better make a decision. The NCAA is coming out and saying, screw you guys. They might cut California straight out of the NCAA in general. Then all of a sudden, you're going to have all these college recruits just playing in California. They might start their own conference. They might just start doing their own tournaments where all the best players in the country are just going to go play in California. And that whole state is just going to have its own, like, kind of college conference or whatever it ends up being. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to start putting pressure on NCAA. And I think that players should make money off their likeness. They shouldn't be paid to play because they're getting scholarships. But if you're a top recruit, you should be able to go out there and do autograph signings. You should be able to sell jerseys and merchandise to make money. How do you feel about that?
I know I've always been pro make money off of like your name. We were talking about this in one of my classes the other day. Hashtag school. Anyways, you should be able to make money if you are directly impacting how much money your school makes. So like Saquon Barkley, he would go here, like at bars around town. People would advertise for weeks. He's coming to do autograph signing, and he would make $0. So yes, he should get paid. However, the third string girl on the field hockey team that nobody knows should not get paid. So where's the difference? Like, where's that white line?
But if that third string field hockey chick was smoking hot and she's like, you know what, I'm going to be a little Instagram thought and I'm going to go out there and like sell myself.
Yeah, but how does that?
But she ends up making money off of her brand because she plays for college. She plays for Penn State. Like she should still be able to make money off of herself if she's like a top person. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying I don't think she should make money off herself that way. Or maybe she can. That should be fine. She shouldn't get paid by the school.
Well, like, no, the school shouldn't pay.
They're all getting paid anyways, no matter what. Everyone's getting the bag.
The school shouldn't pay Saquon Barkley because he's getting a scholarship and they're giving him housing and shit. That's his payment. But if he's going to those bars,
Saquon Barkley made his last season at Penn State for Penn State
$0.
No, how much he made
for them? Probably millions. Probably millions.
$14.2 million strictly by himself.
Yeah, he should be making a cut of that. He should make 50% of that.
Yeah, but I don't think it is, dude. We have Jay Billis coming here to talk about that stuff, and he's been a proponent of college athletes should get paid. I'm fully with that, but there has to be like a point because like who cares if like the backup swimmer doesn't like at least make him like give him minimum wage or something. If you're making, they do get $1,500 a week through their like house and board money. You can choose to put that towards rent. You could towards drugs, whatever. You can't tell them what they can and cannot buy. So they do get $1,500 a week to do whatever they want. That adds up. But then there's also like a player will hit up the coach saying, "Hey, my mom can't pay like the gas bill. Can you like slide a couple like $100 over?" And they do that all the time. Either way, everyone gets paid. Let's hop into some DMs. Do you have any? I don't think anyone really asked any on the page.
Great job, Tyler.
I posted it on ours, dude. Gianni, you posted one too.
Yeah, I did.
Did you get any?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Liz Cambridge showing her booty?
Who?
This girl.
Fuck. I didn't really see that.
I'm gonna say, GRD,
girl.
Your mic or whatever you've been doing for your audio has been sounding like when like Stephen Hawking, like how he talked, just it's been like lagging the whole time.
All right, Ninja 0.53. Go out partying with Gronk or relax and play some golf with Brady. What would you do?
Easiest choice in my life, Gronk. I'm terrible at golf, A, and B, I feels that Brady would just judge me the whole time.
I was just going to say, you slice it and he starts yelling at you.
Yeah.
Just degrading you.
We'd be there for weeks.
But mate, could you keep up with Gronk partying?
No, I'd die, but like at least my night would be quicker.
Here it goes from Human Fit. How do you think the NFL would have handled the Tyreek situation if he was a Patriot? Would he get the electric chair?
He would get the guillotine.
They would have put him on the exempt list, and everyone would have been. I can't believe that this guy literally abused his child, and it's a known fact. He lost custody, and the guy ends up getting a 3-year, $50 million contract afterwards. Like, it's just absurd, and no one bats an eye at it. But the New England Patriots, AB gets an accused civil case, rape charge, accused civil case, and everyone's up in arms, and he shouldn't play anymore, and he should be banned from the league. So stupid. What role, Walker, Capelli, what role will Sony play after a bad week 1 in the new offense? Stat projections. I read this that maybe because of the O-line being downgraded this year could actually hurt Sony Michel's value. And look at Rex Burkhead. That guy was plowing through the defense last week. He's just a grinder, the Gruden grinder. But he's I don't know. I think Sony Michel.
Sony's got the only time he touches the ball like regularly is gonna be on the goal line.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna end up being kind of like a goal line back for them.
Like a 1st and 2 from the 2.
Master Lane said, "Hey GRD, are you gonna wear anything Patriots week 2 when you're down in Miami?"
You'll see me at the game, so you'll find out at the fucking game.
He wants the match.
You had actually shout out to GRD with the Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt last week. That was pretty sick.
Heat one.
It was good.
I have the Stone Cold season sweater. It's heat. It's like my favorite thing I have. It's like a Christmas sweater of him just doing Stone Cold.
Thanks for taking the spotlight.
All right, keep going then. Spotlight's on you. Spotlight's always been on you. You just go.
I just want to make some digs at the owner of this fucking company. Babs needs to show me a little bit more respect and put me on some better flights.
Oh, wait. Before we click record, you said you have something personal to bring up.
I didn't really have much. I was just making him mad.
Kept the viewers, aka me, because we didn't click record. Wait.
Here's my hot take.
Oh my
God. Mortal lock of the weekend. T-Guns and GRD will not make their flight down to Miami on Sunday. Their flight is going to get delayed, and they will not make the game on Sunday.
Is it supposed to rain in Miami?
Okay. I bet you I'll be there, and wherever the fuck I am, I'm going to do more shit than you. I'm going to get better shit than you, and I'm going to blow the fuck up bigger than you, boy. You heard it first.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all, but
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because you know what the best part is? Everybody else can find out next episode of Boston
Cliffhanger.
All right, this has been episode 12 of Boston's Big 3, presented by Ride the Wave Media, sponsored by 10100, and I guess going to be a fight with GRD and Babs. Check us out at Ride the Wave Media. And yeah, GRD peaced out.
This is the overtime session now.
Yeah, finally.
I think it gets screwed up now if he leaves, and it's going to end up screwing up the podcast because you're recording when someone leaves.
Nah, we're straight.
We'll see what happens because
if that happens one day, I'm gonna be mad because
you did that last time. It was me, you, and Wes, and then Wes had to leave, and then our thing.
No, that wasn't me. That was Wes in editing. He said he only did half.
All right. Well, I don't believe it. All I know is GRD. If you're watching out there, and GRD is calling me right now, and we're still live. GRD is on the hot seat at Ride the Wave, and this might be his final week that you'll ever hear GRD and RTW in the same sentence.
All right.
Let's wrap this up.
Next week. Peace.
All right. See ya.